score.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
60 Eagles.
First play from scrimmage. Newton going to throw it. He'll drop this off to Peyton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Las Vegas.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Ready.
Back to throw. Newton. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall.
Complete.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Okay, ready? 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let's go now. Hawk set. Ready, ready.
Newton now to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. They had 2 straight first downs. Now they gain a 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
Ready.
To throw is Newton. That's complete to his running back, Peyton. That's good for a first down. His 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Throws left side complete to Brandon Marshall.
Newton's pass.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Out of bounds at the
Ready,
2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Get it. Check go.
Inside give to Dickerson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 Rush. Panther 6. 79 Broncos. Dragon 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Let's go.
Newton to throw. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he's in. Touchdown. Randy Moss. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent in the field, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
To throw, McNabb. Now he's going to step up and run. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go.
Now it's McNabb. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Ready, ready, ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Vic.
Number 7.
And he's going to be stepped up quickly here.
Fred Warner
just a yard up to the 39.
A gain of 1.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's 3rd and 9.
Ready, ready, ready.
On third down, Vic. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough.
42-yard line.
Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Down. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Okay, ready?
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his. Now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here, punter, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense. Punt it away, let the defense take over with better field position.
And this will leave them a yard short. A nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
I do think it's fair to say they're caught off guard a little bit. We decided never to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now we're on a first down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
70, Dragon 60. Ready, ready?
Now Newton. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss.
On the ball.
Now, take this from the 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that cat.
Here's Newton. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one from 16. And another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup at 4.
15-yard line.
On the ready.
2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready?
Here's Newton. They set up the screen to Peyton. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
On the ball now.
This will be play number 9 of the drive. Here's 84 yards on 3rd down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Let go.
Here's Newton. He'll try and do this himself. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. potential turning point as they get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good for 56 yards out. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Panther 60.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 15 yards.
That his first catch so far. They held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Vick. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Stopped on the play by Kyler Gordon. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the quarterback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Come on, ready.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They're down here in the 3rd quarter trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That would be for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the length of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
41-yard line.
Now McNabb. Marshall, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a 4. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It's a
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
Up the middle with Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Mays up to make the tackle. A 6-yard pickup
remains here on Sunday Night Prime Time. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
On the set.
2nd down and 4.
Set up. Set up.
Here's McNabb. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Vic, number 7. That one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
A loss of a yard.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Bronco 80. Dragon 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready, ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done as you noted, and they did.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Ready.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's a hard-earned yard there as he takes a pretty good jolt at the end of that one.
2nd and 8.
That completion works out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
10-yard line.
Taylor Mays up to make the tackle.
Offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass.
Now
But in this
3rd
game,
and
how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Pep 79 Broncos.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities, but because they've been stuttering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough.
At the 16-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Ready.
Newton's going to throw it. And it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And he's going to have a ringer first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
To the 49-yard
Big
line.
pickup there, without question. That should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
First down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready, ready?
Now Newton. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
If he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line.
Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half. That has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time going over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
Commissioner Roger Goodell doing the honors as he hands the trophy to the Las Vegas Raiders. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions.